Shalom, shalom. Ka halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Wahar Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone, the men that taught me this truth through the Spirit. Peace and blessings to the elect of the house of Israel that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And peace and blessings to the women, the helps, friends of the prophets, and the children of the prophets. Today's lesson is going to be the elect lady will fulfill her duty. The elect ladies will fulfill their duties. Right? What inspired this lesson was some videos which I'm going to play, okay, in regards to your role, your responsibility, your task, your duty of being a woman, which is to be a helpmeet onto the man, right? Your job, your purpose, your role is to be a helpmeet to the man. And the reason I got this picture up, because this show, Game of Thrones, which I highly recommend everybody go see and watch. But I'm gonna give you a slight spoiler. It's nothing too heavy or too crazy, you know. But anybody that watched the show that knows these characters, the woman on the right, she was the queen by birth, by right. She was a descendant of the king. She was a princess that later became the queen, and she did everything in her power. Right, to live for pleasure, to live for what felt good, to the pursuit of happiness, right? She did everything in her power not to fulfill her duties or take care of her responsibilities, right? She lived for pleasure and she ran away from her responsibilities and duties. The woman on the left, right, which is not born of royal blood, she took care of her responsibilities and her duties and didn't have pleasure, but was able to get into the family bloodline and have a son with the king, which made her blood of royal blood now, because she bore a child to the king, right? So the woman on the right lived for pleasure. The woman on the left lived for her responsibilities. And then, you know, you get this question from women, well, can't you be happy and do your duties? Or can't you be happy and sometimes it doesn't go together. Happiness and duties doesn't always happen. Sometimes you got to do your duty whether you're happy or sad, or when it doesn't feel good, right? But now let's get into it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I had it.
Just because you ain't have no money.
Be like you with ESTG.
Why don't it?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I had it.
Just because you ain't have no money, you left him?
Had to.
That ain't right. I don't like that.
If he's making more money than me, if I'm making more money than him,
You should help him get some more money.
How am I going to do that, though? If I have my own career, I'm doing what I'm doing.
A woman's supposed to be a helpmate.
I feel like a man is supposed to be that for a girl.
A man's supposed to be a leader.
You right.
You're supposed to help him be a better leader.
All right, and we're going to give a scriptural commentary about what was just said. So now, her response was a woman is supposed to be a help. A man is supposed to be a help. And that's that Babylonian ideology. That's Western culture, right? Because everywhere else in the world, women know their roles, right? Women know their positions. And words like that is taboo today because we live in an effeminate woman worship society, right? So this is Isaiah chapter 29, verse 16. Surely a turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he have no understanding? Right? So based off of what this woman said, right, a man should be a helpmeet to a woman. That's backwards, right? That's just straight up and down backwards. And like the man said, the men are supposed to be leaders, right? Now, you being a leader, it has nothing to do with your financial, how much the man makes more money than the woman or the woman make more. That doesn't make you, you having less money than your woman doesn't make you less of a leader, right? It doesn't make, in this world, yes, but in reality, it doesn't. Because just because she make money doesn't mean she has financial literacy, or she doesn't have bad spending habits or gambling problems, shopping problems, whatever the case may be, right? But I digress. Let's get into it. Because he said that the man is supposed to be the leader. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Mashiach is Yahweh. Okay? So there's an order. There's an order of things. There's a spiritual order in heaven, given from the heavens, how it should be on earth, right? And man, God is the head of Mashiach Yahushua. Yahushua is the head of the Israelite man. The Israelite man is over the Israelite woman. The Israelite woman is over the children. That is the order. But America turns everything upside down. That's why her response was, you should be a helpmeet to me. Right? So let's continue.
Supposed to help him be a better leader. I know.
So I was in the wrong. Now I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy.
Oh, you looking for a daddy?
I ain't looking for a daddy. I got my own money.
So the brother has said, the man has said, you should have helped him be a better leader. And that is true. Because that was the whole purpose of Eve. That was the whole purpose of the woman, of being created. To be a helpmeet unto the man, right? And once again, we know that in this world that you are given better opportunities, you are given better jobs, you are given better positions in this world. We know that, right? Instead of using that for your duties and responsibilities to your man or to your nation, you wanted to use it to one-up your man and one-up your nation, right? You want to use it to be an individual. And the elect lady is not going to be doing that. The elect lady is going to be fulfilling her duties. And your duty is to first and foremost, Yahushua, and that is being loyal and faithful to your man and being a good mother and a good wife.
I got my own money. I could do what I do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need a guy for money.
But you want one.
I want a man to be stable. If I was to leave him, I want him to
So he wasn't stable?
he was okay, but I was making more than him.
So he was stable though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So why are you leaving then? You say you just want.
Because he wasn't doing better than me. I need a guy doing better than me. And if he's not.
And that's wickedness. That's wickedness, right? You can't leave a man because you're doing better than him. That's not how that works. It's not how it goes, man. That's just not how it goes. No matter the predicament of your man, that's your man, that's your husband. And you got to stick it through to the end. Or till, the bill of divorcement. That's how it is in the scriptures. you know. And I know there's a ton of circumstances and scenarios, that's not my life and this, that, and the third. But the elect sisters know, man. The women that fear the Lord and apply these scriptures, you know, you got to be faithful to your man, whether you make more money than him or not. Even if you don't make the best decisions, you got to stick it through, right? Just like Abigail, not Abigail, Nabal's wife. Nabal was, he offended David. And guess what? Nabal's wife had the wisdom to, appease David's wrath or give David an offering or ask him for forgiveness for her husband's sake. So even if your husband don't make the best decisions, you're still his wife. And you still got to ride out with your husband, right? So let's continue.
You're doing better than me then.
I guess.
Everybody's different. Everybody's different. I just feel like that's how it is, man.
I feel like it would have been more real if you'd have helped him get to where you wanted him to be.
Y'all want these guys. I feel like guys want that love story, like.
See, and it's sad. It's sad that a lot of times, as the saying goes, women ignore who adores them and adores who ignores them. You always chasing, which is nothing wrong with having ambitions. There's nothing wrong with wanting better. But when it's at the expense of you having sex with multiple men, that's just wickedness, man. Or you leaving your husband because you think the grass is greener on the other side. It's wickedness. It's straight up and down wickedness, man. And you don't know what that man's life or potential could be in 5 years, in 10 years, right? You don't know what that man's potential could be if you just stroke his ego. You encourage him. Let's get it. This is Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. And Yahweh power said, it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him. And it says, and the Lord and Yahweh power, verse 21, caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which Yahweh had taken from man made he a woman and brought her unto the man. Now we know that's talking about he ain't literally do surgery on him. He took somebody that was a near kin, a distant relative, right? Could have been a third cousin or something like that. And it says, and Adam said, This is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And that is the duties of man and woman, man. When you lay down with a woman, or a woman lays down with a man, y'all become one. That sperm is life, is energy, is life force. And when he busts off in you, his life force, his DNA goes inside of you. And you create another life inside of you. And even when you don't create another life inside of you, his life force and his DNA still syncs and combines with your life force and your DNA. And this is why a woman should only be with one man. Right? This is why you start to laugh the same. You start, you get angry at the same things. You laugh at the same things. You're aware of the same things, your awareness. Even some people say y'all start to look alike, right? Because y'all become one flesh. It doesn't say that for no reason. But this world treats sex as fast food, as going to a convenience store. But sex is, something sacred. It's something supposed to be precious and, valuable. But this world doesn't treat it like that anymore.
I feel like guys want us females to be with them in the trap, do what they do, and then when shit goes downhill.
No, nobody want that. You want that. You could have helped him outside of the trap. You could have helped him get a barber license or anything.
He was good at that, but he could have did that himself. He could have went to school. He could have did that himself. I would have encouraged him. I'm not his mom. I'm not gonna carry him and go do this and this.
Yeah, she said she could have encouraged it, but then in the same breath, I'm not his mom. See, and that's the issue. It's not about being his mother. You was created to be a helpmeet. You was ride or die. That's the saying, ride or die, right? But women choose death rather than to ride. And then men and women are two different entities, two different powers, two different glories, two different perspectives. So you're not going to view things the same. You're not going to be motivated the same, right? Women hit their prime faster than men hit their prime. That's why, they say women age faster or, they mature faster. No, it's just you hit your prime faster than a man hits his prime. Because you hit your prime in your teenage years. When, you old enough to have kids and to give birth healthily. That's why women mature faster. That's why they want to be mommies and play girlfriend and boyfriends and mommies and daddy. They do all that shit early, right? Or they be like fast ass kids, right? While boys, they start maturing. They hit their prime in their 20s when they start taking things more seriously, right? That's in this world, Because back in our days, you came up under your father and your mother, and you knew the task and responsibilities you had to do when you became a young man and young woman. But let's continue.
One thing we forget is that the better we are as women, the better men can be as men. The softer we are as women, the stronger they get to be as men. And when we are their soft place to fall, they stand with a different height and a different posture and a different elevation. One of the challenges that we're facing right now is that women want men to be their girlfriends and men come home to find another dude.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful point, right? This is what you should be learning. This is what the elect ladies are going to be fulfilling, right? They're going to be that comfort to their men. They're going to be that ego stroker to their man. Now, that's not to say that you don't need certain build up and comfort and things like that. Because guess what? Your man does that for you as well, right? Your man balances you out as well, supports you as well. It's not just one-sided. That's what the world try to portrays the Bible as one-sided. It's just order and a structure. That's it. But the women of today don't know how to be women. And you elect sisters, you gotta just apply the scriptures, man. Apply the scriptures. Apply the wisdom that the Bible tells you to apply. And you're gonna be all right. You got to apply wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures as well. You got to apply the fear of the Lord as well. The reason why the scriptures are geared towards the man, because the man is the head, right? And there's so few scriptures about the women, because once the man falls in line, the women going to fall in line with the men, right? And I know this world is, is more upside down, and it feels like there's more responsibilities on the women. Well, guess what? The women, you do have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of tasks and a lot of burden. You do. But guess what? Through the faith of Mashiach Yahushua, right? Through the power of the Most High, you're going to be able to deal with that burden. You're going to be able to deal with, your husband and the kids and work, right? You're going to be able to deal with that. And the more you get better at being a woman and being a wife and being a mother, and doing that through the faith of Mashiach, through the faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the Lord is going to have mercy upon you. And the Lord is going to answer your prayers.
When says marriage should be 50-50, it's the biggest crock of bullshit I've ever heard. It's never 50-50.
Yeah.
Ever. And so what we do is we quantify where we are. So if Steve comes home and he'll be like, I got 20.
Just in terms of energy.
Just energy, investment, kindness, patience. I'm at a 20. And I'll be like, I'll cover you. I got you, brother. Like, I'll pull the 80. Sometimes we come home, which we've done a lot. My mom has been sick. And I'll say, I've got 10. And Steve, like 2 days ago, said, I'm riding a solid 25. So we know that we have to sit down at the table anytime we have less than 100 combined and figure out a plan of kindness toward each other.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, because the thing is, marriage is not something that's 50-50. A partnership works when you can carry their 20 or they can carry your 20. And that when you both just have 20, you have a plan where you don't hurt each other.
There you go. And it was the spirit that, the spirit led me to these videos, right? Because it's more than just, why I always got to be the one to do this and to be the strong one. Because that's the spirit the Lord gave you. Why I always got to be this and always got to do that. Because that's the spirit and the assignments that the Lord gave you. The Lord gave us different tasks and assignments to do. The Lord gave us different gifts and abilities. You're supposed to use your gift and your ability for your man, your husband, and your kids. Right? Every brother, every family don't got a special needs child. Right? Every family don't got a child that got mental illness problems. Right? Every family don't got a nurse, the husband is a doctor, or a husband is a construction worker, a husband is this. So whatever you have, that's what the Lord blessed you with. Right? That's what the Lord blessed you with. The job that you have, that's what the Lord blessed you with. The husband that you have, that's what the Lord blessed you with. And as a wife, you have a duty to be that man's comfort, to be his other 80% when he's only 20%. Well, it feels like I'm 80% most of the time. And I already know, because I got a rib and I already know how it goes. You feel everything, right? You tired, your head hurts, all the above, right? You always got to deal with all the problems and all the pain, all the bills, all this, right? But you don't take into the accountability if you didn't have your husband, or if you didn't have certain circumstances, what would your life be? You just think that not dealing with what you're dealing with, it'll be better than anything. But listen, you got to take what you have as a blessing and as a gift versus looking at what you have as a curse. Because guess what? We all under the curses. Whether you got a believer husband or unbeliever husband, we all under the curses, man. We all battling spirits. And you got to take all that into consideration. And plus, the Most High is trying you. You have to take that into consideration. To see, are you going to be a hearer of the word or be a doer of the word? Is this going to make you fold and not believe upon the Most High? Is this going to make you leave your husband? This is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Right? This girls just want to have fun. Oh, girls just want to have fun. Right? That's all girls want to do. Just have a good time, right? But you ever notice whenever sisters want to have a good time, they got to deal with some type of wickedness? They got to deal with some type of sodomite shit or hookah or, looking at other men, knowing damn well you married. So always some type of wickedness. And you got to talk about twerking. Like, there's no other dance moves besides twerking now. Women don't even two-step no more. They twerk on a two-step song. I was at a recent party, a baby shower. Step in the Name of Love came on, which gives you instruction on how to do the dance moves, and women are shaking their ass. They shaking their ass to Step in the Name of Love. Like, our people are through. They through. Step, shaking their ass. Yo, man, shit is sickening, bro. But anyway, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. NLT, it says, but the widow who lives only for pleasure is spiritually dead even while she lives, man. And the elect ladies are not going to be spiritually dead. They're going to be spiritually aware, spiritually in tune. Right? Redeeming the times because they know the days are evil. Right? It says, all these things give in charge that they may be blameless. Right? Give these instructions to the church so that no one will be open to criticism. And that's the purpose behind that. Right? So now I gotta edit this shit. Titus chapter 2, verse 3. It says, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things. Similarly, teach the older women to live in a way that honors Yahweh. They must not slander others or be heavy drinkers. Instead, they should teach others what is good. And that's what should be coming out your mouth. Wisdom. Right? I recently seen a video, I wish I would have put it in the clips. Basically, a woman said, when a woman is broken, she can damage things by what she say. When a man is broken, he can damage things by what he do. So, when you speak, speak with substance, speak with value. Speak, thus saith the Lord, it as it is written. Speak the Proverbs. Right? It says, teach older women to live in a way that honors God. They must not slander. Don't fall into that gossip. Don't fall into that chatty patty. Don't fall into that drama. Because that's what a lot of sisters do. And I understand it's entertaining and it's intriguing, But you see what it brings forth. You see what it produces. It drains you, right? It takes away from your godliness. It takes away from your virtue. That ratchet TV. Oh my God. Whenever I see that shit on TV, that shit just automatically zaps my energy. And I gotta watch Malcolm X or some type of civil rights or some type of slavery shit, because the amount of stupidity and garbage that does to the mind, you know? Because you got to remember, you don't only eat with your mouth. You eat with your eyes, you eat with your ears, and you eat with your mind. So that shit is straight mind garbage, man. They must not slander others or be heavy drinkers. Instead, they should teach others what is good, what is godly. It says that they may teach young women to be sober, to love their husbands, and to love their children. That's what sisters should be doing, man. Because that's what the Most High likes in a woman, in a righteous woman. You taking care of your husband and you taking care of your kids. And you ain't caught up in everybody else's bullshit. The Most High don't like messy women. The Most High don't like mixy women. The Most High don't like women that's into drama and beef and, you know, you pregnant and fighting. The Most High don't like that shit. You know? It says to be discreet. It said chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. It says to live wisely, to be pure, to work in their homes, to do good, to be submissive to their husbands. Then they will not bring shame on the word of Yahweh. If you want to know how to be a godly, righteous woman, this is the things you got to do, man. This is what the elect ladies are going to be doing. This is how you fulfill your duties, man. The sisters want to know what they got to do, right? The sisters want to know how they got to serve the Lord. By serving your husband and being a good mother to your kids. Pay your tithes. Help the ministry out. If you got an ability or gift that can help brothers out, you use that ability or gift to help the brothers out. Give your offerings. But most importantly, love and serve your husband and love and serve your kids. That is your job. That is your task. That's what makes you a godly woman. The elect lady will do their duties. Colossians chapter 3 verse 18. Wives, submit yourselves unto your husbands as it is fit in Yahweh. It says, as it is fitting for those who belong to the Lord. Husbands, love your wives and be not bitter against them. So just like you got assignments and tasks, the men got assignments and tasks. We ain't supposed to be bitter and grudging towards our wives. You had a bad day at work and you go home and take it out on your wife. You ain't supposed to be doing that shit, man. Get drunk and go home and just wild out on your wife. You ain't supposed to be doing that shit. Right? You had a bad day or your boss is giving you shit or the co-workers is giving you shit and you want to go home and take that out on your wife. That's off. That's wicked, man. You get drunk and just lose it. Your wife say something, you fucking lose it on her. Right? You can't be doing shit like that. So it says, husband, love your wives and never treat them harshly. You supposed to, my rib always say, like, I'm a delicate flower, right? She be acting all tough and rough, but she cotton candy on the inside, right? But yeah, you're supposed to treat your woman like a delicate flower, man. Until that bedroom action happens. And then it turns into the Royal Rumble, man. You know? But you know, that's depending on what your rib can handle. I know for me it's the fucking Royal Rumble, man. SmackDown, WWF. Oh man, but children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well pleasing unto Yahweh. But pretty much that's it. I didn't mean to be long-winded, you know. Fulfill your duties, elect ladies, man. Fulfill your task. There's nothing wrong every now and then to have a good time, to enjoy, you know, family functions and things of that nature. But, you know, there's more to life than just pleasure and parties and drinking and getting drunk, you know. And I know you sisters know, you know. You got to continue carrying your cross. Carrying your cross. You got to deal with, you got to be the support, the beam to your family, right? You got to bring that 80% when your husband got 20%. And your husband got to do that for you too. Which, you know, I know the husband does that. If this is a brother that's in the truth, a man of the Lord, he's carrying every fucking thing. Spiritually and physically, man. You know? The magnitude of what brothers got to deal with. And if you a sister and you in the truth and you know, you battle spirits. So imagine the brothers that's in this truth. The demons that they got to fight and deal with. You know? But pretty much that's it. I pray and hope that y'all was edified. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Till next time I say Shalom.